Okay, so question is, have you ever tried to talking to your dog? Like I didn't really like that much a dog. Well, actually, my sister has a dog. Okay, and usually I play with it. Play with it means like that. Ki I don't know. It's just like that, na. Ki usually I think, or maybe I thought, I don't know, maybe it's completely my opinion. Definitely it will be kind of like a different than yours. I usually kind of like a prefer a dog as a toy. Okay, toy means like you could play with it, you could do anything with it. So this is exactly I act, or this is exactly I do with the dog. Like basically, um, जो कुत्ते के शेपटी होती है, पूँछ होती है, उसको रबर बैंड बांध दिया, या पैरों पे क्लचर बांध दिया, या काइंड ऑफ लाइक कुत्ते पे बैठने की कोशिश की, या काइंड ऑफ लाइक आई डोंट नो, देयर आर सो मेनी वियर्ड थिंग दैट आई वुड डू. Okay, but I never really talk to my dog. Okay, my sister dog, I don't really have a dog, my sister has a dog. So I didn't really talk to a dog, but I think that ki dog would understand us. Okay, let me tell you one thing is that um, my sister dog name is Lucy. Okay, and basically when I say Lucy, she she actually looked at me, and she just might be that dog or understand that ki her name is Lucy. Okay, I don't know how it worked, but yeah. But probably I didn't really like, probably means not probably, just like definitely I didn't really talk to any dog. No, nothing really at all. But let me tell you one thing, that ki this is my opinion regarding about the dog. But if I wanted to kind of like a something really looking from the people's perspective, like a multiple people perspective, like a how does people talk to their dog, like a how does they do that, like a what kind of like a something really a situation or something like that. So first of all is that companionship. What is exactly companionship? People usually prefer a dog as a companion. कंपेनियन का मतलब होता है कि साथीदार. What do you mean by that? Like basically, if I need some sort of साथीदार, then I usually prefer to have a girlfriend or wife, or yeah. Why would I supposed to think as a dog as a companion? Well, you don't really understand the proper yet. Okay, so basically dog is a kind of like a something really very polite animal. Polite, yeah, it's a very polite, then very loyal. Okay, like you won't be able to kind of like a, it's not like, dog is a very very honest and very very polite animal, maybe on this planet, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. So having like a, like basically is this thing ki, I don't know how do I supposed to express this thing. It's a kind of like a something really very weird, something really very different, something that might not understand, but I'm trying to understand is this thing. A companion का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि like a partner. Companion का मतलब होता है कि a person or whatever the person on that particular situation. What do you mean by that? चलो मान लेते हैं कि एक लड़की का ब्रेकअप हो गया. ओके, so usually a ladki, the person who got rejected or person who got breakup, she feel very devastated. Devastated का मतलब होता है कि she feel really bad or something like that. Having a dog with her, it felt little bit of comfortable, little bit of kind of like a something really that key, just a kind of like a something really a living thing, and that's it. Okay, so it's, that's why some people might think as a, when you had a breakup, then probably probably like some people actually kind of like a giving them a dog, that it's a kind of like a something like a best companion. So on that particular situation, dog usually prefer to as a companion. But still it's just like that ki I am not a particular person that I should supposed to be judge, not actually judge, but like I don't really understand the gravity of that particular thing. First of all is that I don't really like a dog. Okay, and usually I I just like I just play with a dog as a toy. Okay, and I just do things with the dog as a fun, like just like उसके बैठना, उसको like उसके पैर बांध देना, या kind of like उसको मुंह पे ऊपर रबर बांध देना. It's like I do a lot of crazy stuff, so might be I am not really understand the proper gravity of the companionship of a dog. So still I just try to understand. The next point is the emotional support. Still companion and emotional support as kind of like a something really equivalent to each other. Okay, same example is that as a girl went through a breakup, then obviously girl has so many things. Girls is actually missing someone, or girls is actually try to missing that particular person. So having that particular dog is kind of like a something really giving her companionship, or kind of like a something really that key um emotional support. I don't know how it worked, but probably it worked. I'm not really sure how it worked. It just, I don't know. It's a way out of my league to understand this particular thing. But yeah, this is it. Okay. Bonding. Yes. Bonding is a really important thing. Yeah. Probably I actually seen some sort of like a kind of like a discovery or नेट जियो वगैरह. सो बॉन्डिंग का मतलब होता है कि व्हेन यू हैव अ डॉग, ओके, and you have a dog for almost entire life. Okay, so that dog is so loyal to you is that ki if you went anywhere, that dog will find you. Okay, and as also is that ki if you are at, if you are stuck at somewhere, or if you kind of like a something really you need some sort of little bit support, that on that time the dog will try to kind of like a figure it out from the, like it just give you a little bit of help. like चलो मान लेते हैं कि आप जंगल में गए आपके आपके कुत्ते के साथ, and somehow there is a some sort of animal attack on you. Okay, so dog, first of all, dog is trying to prevent. Okay, चलो prevent means how, like मान लेते कि मैं जंगल में गया और अचानक शेर मेरे सामने आ गया. So शेर, like the dog is actually wanted to kill me, sorry, the share, the lion is actually wanted to kill me, but dog is actually prevent us. Okay, even if that dog doesn't really have that much capability to fight the lion, but still dog can prevent. ओके, वो खुद की जान धोखे में डालकर आपकी जान बचाने की कोशिश करता है. इफ़ यू हैव अ बॉन्ड फॉर ऑलमोस्ट लाइक मे बी 10-12 ईयर, देन ऑब्वियसली द बॉन्ड इज़ एक्चुअली इवन मोर. तो वो अपनी जान भी देने के लिए तैयार हो जाता है टू ट्राई टू प्रिवेंट यू. सो या दिस इज़ एक्चुअली रियली गुड थिंग. ओके, सो ये भी एक चीज़ है. ओके, I seen it on television or Discovery Network or things like that. I didn't really see it in real life. Okay, yeah. Training, yes. The dog has a really good sense of kind of like a sense. Okay, sense का मतलब होता है कि smell. Okay, usually like basically this thing कि हम like we don't really smell that much. Okay, like we smell perfume or something really, like we don't really smell that much. Okay, but the dog can smells really good. Okay, and usually we use this kind of like a something really natural power for our advantage. Like a dog, like a police person has a dog, they could actually try to train particular dog to find a kind of like a something like drugs or weed, or kind of like a something really a chemical thing. Okay, and for that particular required some sort of training, and in that particular process dog is actually, people try to communicate with the dog. Okay, try to communicate. How they properly communicate, it's not actually like we don't really like we are not actually speak a dog language, no, but dog could understand our language. Let me tell you one thing about the dog. Okay, dog is not actually exist in our natural selection process. What is a natural selection process? Okay, so as a natural selection process is a kind of like a something really that na ki basically we have a fox. Fox is a natural selection process, and naturally a selected particular species so that that species could survive. Okay, but dog is not a natural selection process. Dog is actually became a little bit of diversify from the fox. What is exactly is this mean? So let me example to you. So there are like have you seen there are two bear? The first bear called polar bear, the another bear is a black bear. Okay, so black bear won't be able to withstand the cold, so that's why they don't really exist in the polar region, so they would die. But the white bear has a kind of like a something like adopt or kind of like a create some sort of mutation in our DNA, in our kind of like a species, so they could create a kind of like a something like very long fur. So because of the fur they are trying to prevent from the cold weather, and they actually survive in that cold weather. And that's why kind of like a something really a white bear uh, kind of like a increase, and the black bear is actually decrease, because decrease yeah the number of the people, number of the bear will. So do you understand what exactly is this thing, the natural selection process? Okay, so during kind of like a in wild area, in not actually wild area, during kind of like something really ancient. Okay, so fox is a kind of like a something really animal that required meat. To meat means like that ki mutton mass. Okay, to survive. Okay, it's a carnivorous animal. Carnivorous यानी उसे खाने के लिए एक तरह से उसे मटन चाहिए या मांस मच्छी चाहिए, तभी वो जाके सर्वाइव कर सकता है, जस्ट लाइक लायन, जस्ट लाइक टाइगर. ओके, but somehow that fox or some of the fox are kind of like a change. How they change is that ki some of the fox are trying to attack a kind of like a to the people, but some people didn't really kill the fox. Some people are trying to put their fox in the cell, and those cells are actually and actually the people actually didn't really give their mass. They gave some sort of like a natural food like a roti or chawal vagara vagara. Okay, so somehow their diet their change, and when they change their diet they didn't really feel kind of like a something really angry or something really scary from the human. They started liking humans. Okay, and since then, from slowly as a fox started liking human, and then somehow they are kind of like a species, and next species, the next generation came, the next generation came, and after the generation came, the fox is the species of the fox are kind of like a completely change into the dog. Okay, so right now a dog can eat kind of like a something really normal food, not really normal food, like basically वो like a सब्जी पत्ती तो अभी भी नहीं खाता है. ओके, सब्जी यानी बेसिकली वो गवत वगैरह ऐसे, लाइक जिस तरह से काऊ कैन ईट सम सॉर्ट ऑफ लाइक पत्ते वगैरह वगैरह. तो what I'm actually talking about, dude, yaar, the question was that na ki do you talk to your dog? Okay, it's a kind of like a something very simple question, yes or no. Why are you trying to stretch this entire thing? It doesn't really make any sense. Okay, and as also you didn't really have kind of like a something really qualification for a dog. You didn't really like a dog, you didn't really know proper dog. Why are you trying to talk about the dog and kind of like a natural selection process and this and that, the fucked up thing? Like basically, do you think that nah, you have so much information regarding about? No, I don't really have. I just like try to understand some certain, I don't know, just like I just try to think that. Okay, but somehow that's are really true. It's a natural selection process is a, it's a really true process. Okay, if you just went to the Google and those are things, yeah, just give the proper answer. Okay, just like don't try to extend the question even if that not necessary. Okay, yeah. Next question.